What is up, guys? Welcome back into the channel. As you can tell, we have the 79 behind me. It feels like everything I touch lately is breaking. The 98 project isn't going as smoothly as I hope. So yeah, this thing, I helped a buddy out, and then I believe the alternator took a crap on us, so we're gonna be replacing it today. I already got the old one out, ran to town, got all my new stuff. I got a new belt finally, because I believe I showed you guys in another video. Hopefully this thing will autofocus, probably not. But this belt has some gnarly cracks in it. Went ahead and got a new one, and then the same thing with the negative battery cable. You can tell right through there, she's got a nice chunk taken out of her. Nice chunk taken out of her, got a little too close to the fan. Charging up, because I'm not 100% sure if the battery was just weak from me not driving it, or if the actual alternator itself was going bad. So I went ahead and took the old one off. We got a new one right here, along with all the new parts. The belt needed to be changed for a while now, so we're gonna go ahead and get these all reinstalled. Hopefully get the camera set up somewhere in here. Reinstalling the alternator and all this stuff's not too hard. The belt, when I undid it, I just slipped it in over the fan, drooped it down, pulled it up, and then it runs across the fan or the water pump pulley here, the fan pulley, and then we'll actually run across the alternator pulley. And then the alternator itself, there's a bolt that goes in here for your slide adjustment for your slack on your belt, and then there's one that goes in here. And then we have a couple plugs we'll plug up, and then we'll put that new battery cable on. I was looking at getting a kill switch, like a manual kill switch, so when I'm not driving it, have it mounted like right here next to the battery somewhere, like up in here, build a bracket somewhere so I can just reach in, flip it off so it's not drawing from the battery. But I might order one. I might still do that because this belt that we have is a 55-inch long belt. So we should have plenty of length to be able to cut that and then splice in a kill switch. Just for that reason, so if it is sitting for a month or so, I can just flip it off without worrying about draining the battery. So I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys set up real quick, and then we're gonna get to reinstalling some parts. All right, guys, so we're sitting in the engine bay. Cool thing about having one of these older trucks is you have plenty of room to work on it. So I got the belt on here. It goes around the fan, down around the main pulley, and then up around the alternator. And when you put these on, don't make them super tight to where it's just gonna stretch them out. You wanna have a little bit of play, but you don't want it to have so much play where it can walk itself up and over the pulley grooves. So when I do this, I'm gonna kind of push down and see, you guys can kind of see that lower belt push itself out. We kind of want to work that out. So I'm going to tighten this down. If you have to, stick a little bit of a pry bar in here, pry it over just enough to put tension on this so it doesn't have all that play. Another thing is you want to make sure you have all your pulleys in line. You don't want one to stick out further than the other, because obviously your belt's not going to track correctly. It's probably going to jump off. It's going to eat itself. So that's another thing you want to watch out. Other than that, we have everything tightened down. This bolt here is for my adjustment. So obviously if we push it down that way, we're gonna loosen it. If we pull it back up to myself, it's gonna make everything tighter. So we want it to be, like I said, not super tight, but tight enough. And then we have to tighten down back here, this red wire that goes into this plug here. So we'll get that all tightened down. I just wanna give you guys a kind of like under the engine bay shot. So I'm gonna get this tightened down, and then we'll get our battery cable ran over here. Hopefully everything's been charged up enough that we should be able to toss everything on and see if it'll start. Good news, fired right up. Like I said, I'm gonna probably wrap a couple of those wires in wire loom just to keep them from rubbing through, causing any issues down the road. And eventually, when I'm going to redo the entire truck, we're going to do it right, get everything tucked away nice and clean. I don't want it to be like super show quality. Obviously, it's got a flatbed and stuff on it. But I do like if I go to a car show, truck show, pop the hood, and it looks decent. So everything's tucked away, nice and good. Running, we are good. Fan, or the belt, excuse me, looks good on there. So everything's how it should be. Like I said, I need to trim up these, throw a little wire loom on it, but I think we'll be set. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Like I said, the 79, not gonna be a super show quality truck. It's just one of those, it's rugged, it's cool, it's mean looking. 98, I want it to be done right. It's given me a few fits, so I think my buddy Chad's gonna come over and help me on it. I'm actually gonna be going on vacation up to New York here in the next week or so. So I do apologize, I probably won't have any videos for you guys during that time period, unless I just film a bunch and get a bunch of content up for you guys. But anyway guys, remember, learning as I do, doing what I love. I'm the GM man. I'll catch you guys next one.